I think every human on the planet's pondering what life will be like after COVID-19, and I'm no exception.
I don't know. I think in a couple of years it'll be like that thing that happened. I'm kind of hoping one cuts down on, unnecessary business travel, going to a country for a conference for a day and then coming back again. That hopefully.
Thanks to TEDx Copenhagen for sending along these questions about life under lockdown.
Hi everyone, my name is Desirée. I am the founder and CEO of Boopwood.
Hello everybody, I am Mikael Anderson, urban designer.
My name is Adrian McKinder. I am a British writer and performer.
Hi, my name is Trent, and I work with orientations and arrivals for international students. I have a side business called Global Citizen.
Hi everybody, my name is Alex. I'm a digital entrepreneur, but what I'm really passionate about is the human potential.
I believe that our lives has already changed due to this crisis. Maybe change for the better. I believe that we are gonna find a solution or find a way to be more sustained and to be able to be more self-sufficient. For example, not traveling as much because we can actually do our meetings online. I actually think it would be more common to work from home and it would be more acceptable in many different industries. We will see adoption more to technologies and have to acquire more technologies in our lives in order to survive in this fast-paced changing world, and also to keep on doing our work.
You know, for a couple of centuries, we've just inherited this factory working mentality. You know, we go to the factory, punch in, punch out, go home, whistle blows. And you know, we still do that even if we have like an office job. It's that sort of, you have to go there to do your work. And what we're seeing is with everybody working from home, a lot of people are realizing this is kind of cool, you know? And I've read some polls recently to support my, my pondering. So, you know, people are going, yeah, I want to work more from home in the future. You have a lot of bosses going, stuff is still getting done. You know, stuff is working, okay. So I think really we're gonna see a shift in this mentality about the way that we work. And I think it's gonna be positive. I think we're gonna have a lot more creative freedom to decide, you know, where we wanna work and when we wanna work there. And I think it's gonna be a win-win for everybody involved.
I think after this crisis, life will change forever. I think the ripples will be felt for many years to come. I think we've been forced to rethink how we work and how we interact. Technology has moved communications forward. The technology and software and applications have always been there, but we haven't really used them. Now with Zoom and other video conferencing facilities, we've realized that we can work remotely. We can conduct, for want of a better word, face-to-face meetings. And conduct business properly. We've also shown how easy it is to reach out to our loved ones and friends and actually just say hi using this technology. And I hope people will continue to do that. For example, I was having virtual pints with my friends back home in the UK, and we could have been doing this via Skype or something for any period of time, but we didn't. We never did. And now this has forced us to do it, and it was really fun. It was really good, especially for me, who's over in another country.
There can be a feeling of diaspora, I think, a feeling of othering when you're an expat in a host country and you have a situation like this. A lot of the rhetoric is very national. In Denmark, they started off Danish that, Danish this, Danish that, and in Denmark, and the Danes are going to get the Danes home. As an expat, that rhetoric can really make you feel kind of like there's no one looking out for me. You might feel that kind of disconnect. To Denmark's credit, they started using the term citizen at some point instead of Danes. I think acknowledging the fact that there are a lot of people around that are not necessarily Danish, but who are residing in Denmark, relying on Danish public services and that kind of thing. There's one thing to be, feeling like you're a little alien in a country. Another thing is being far away from your family. It's now become a lot more difficult to not keep contact because we've got the internet and all that stuff, but to see your family in meaningful ways. The main concerns I have a little, developments of prejudice against countries that have either been the epicenter of the virus or, have become de facto epicenters of the virus. So China, Italy, Spain. We're starting to build an anti-them rhetoric, us-them kind of thing. We're doing it right, they're doing it wrong. You hear of it a lot, at least in some countries, with Chinese citizens who are living, residing, working, studying.
It's hard to say, but I really hope that people will get an idea of how fragile we are and just how much power there is on this planet that we live on. Hopefully, by getting an understanding of how a single bat can shut down the world, we'll take a bit more care of Mother Earth, because there's a lot more work to be done.
The big one for me regarding urbanism is that everybody who lives in a city on this planet, out of the blue, has a shared vision. A shared vision of the impossibly beautiful dream in our cities, and that is car-free streets. We're all noticing that, it's so quiet when the cars aren't roaring past, my apartment or wherever you happen to live. It's like quiet. I can hear bird song. And thinking about how the pollution levels are dropping everywhere. I have my own little environmental measuring station hanging outside my window out to a busy street here in my neighborhood, Frederiksberg in Copenhagen. I'm like one of the only private ones in Denmark. And man, on a normal day in a normal life in Denmark, it goes up and down, and it goes off the charts. Like the levels on my street in my neighborhood where my children play and walk are above the European Union, acceptable limits. The government says something else, and I'm going, but I can see it every single day, man. So yeah, during the COVID-19 crisis, it's just been beautifully low and green. But already now, the suburbans are starting to drive back into the city, and there are days already now, just in the last week, where we're going off the charts into the danger zone for microparticles. We're realizing, why did we have that, and do we want it back? And generally the answer is going to be no. Things were amazing. So that is going to be an interesting development. The rise of the pop-up bike lane and extended widened sidewalks in cities around the world. This is one of the coolest things, man, that is coming out of COVID-19. Oh, we are seeing this urban transformation happen now. Cities are going, okay, we need physical distancing. Yeah, look at all that empty space where the cars are not driving. So let's re-democratize that space, reallocate it, widen the sidewalk, make some bike lanes. Many cities are calling them pop-up bike lanes, temporary bike lanes, but some cities, and Milan, I'm looking at you beautiful city, because they have said, we're doing these wide bike lanes and they're going to be permanent. This is our time to transform finally. We're going to see rapid urban transformation on a scale that we've just never imagined, that we've dreamed of, but man, it's happening now. And we're going to figure out how to elect people who share this vision, and we're going to see some really interesting urban transformation, not just now on the streets, but in the near future after we get out of this crisis. It's going to be good.